McIntyre, who you've heard a lot from. I swear. She's been in my inbox like every week and a half this year, asking me to write some kind of scholarship recommendation, some kind of whatever. And that's great. But what I'm saying is that Remy is smart, and that gets you somewhere. Sure, that's great. Remy works harder than most any adult that I know. And to that, she deserves credit. See, smart and hard work together changes the world. Can't forget people. Stefan Weesberg. What's up, man? When I met Stefan in 7th grade, I wish I could show you a picture. On the football field, as a young man, and most importantly to me as a reader, Stefan moved further than almost anybody I've ever seen. I mean, he was, when I said a chubby-faced 7th grader, Stefan was this little man about this tall that talked too much, and every time I asked him to read, he pushed it to the side and said, "Bo, you got anything else?" Right? And when I met him in 11th grade, we got a little bit of facial hair. We got someone who grew up, and we got someone who acts like I think that men should act, right? And he's a young man. To that, I give him credit. His star is shining bright. Destiny and Marquand. I have sisters that I love, and I have a mom and a dad that I love. There's never been a family that I kind of want to be like, I'm jealous. Like, I want to be adopted in to the Destiny and Marquand family, the Herring family, right? You over here somewhere? That's you too, Dre. But I watched the way that Marquand loves his sister and his mother, and I'm like brought to humility, right? And I could say that about a lot of you. The community that exists at Wilkinsburg within families and within the neighborhood is deeper than something that I've ever experienced. And that's why it's a shame that this is the last group that sits here. And that's why it's that darkness that we adults put on the whole situation that makes these stars shine brighter. Kayla, where you at? I can't do this. I could do this all night, but I can't. Kayla Wilkes, say what you will about Keystone exams. Kayla took the Keystone Literature for the first time, and she scored a 1460, which is 40 points short of passing. And she worked her butt off for the second time. And as a teacher, I was like, yo, you worked so hard. I'm just afraid that you can't jump that high. That's a big jump. I got nervous, right? But Kayla came to me after the test, and she had like filled the whole sheet of that test with notes, what she was reading, what she was whatever. And now I'm even more nervous, because what if she worked this hard and she didn't pass? That, I didn't teach her something. And I was sitting at the beach when we got our Keystone scores back last summer. Not only did Kayla pass, she was like the highest in the whole class. I mean, she was pushing it like. One more and then I have to quit. I'll do this for all of you after the ceremony, I swear. If you come up to me and say something about it. Chelsea Martin. If I could have bottled you up as a 7th grader and taken your writing to college, I think you would have made it at that point.
That's right.
I met you in 7th grade, and I don't think I met many 7th graders who could write and read as well as you could. And that's to your credit, and that's to Mom's credit. Where you at? So like, what I'm saying, folks, is these stars are bright. And I don't just say that because I want to be cheesy. These stars shine brighter than I ever realized and that I'm still realizing. So this is the greatest honor of my life to be here. But I'm supposed to say something meaningful to you when I leave. And I told some board members beforehand, that's like me giving my dad advice, right? I feel like you guys have taught me more about teaching than I could have ever learned in any book or any place else. I could have went to any district, right? And I would not have learned what I learned here. I learned so much from each of you. Thank you. I'm eternally grateful.
What in the world?
I do this kind of stuff a lot. This is not abnormal. So here's my charge, right? Here's what I leave you with. And I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess this up. Believe, class of 2016, please believe that you shine. I know that sounds cheesy, But also know this, that there will be people, there will be a lot of people who do everything that they can to keep you from sitting at the table, to keep you from having power, and to keep you from being part of the conversation. My advice to each of you is to push your way in. I'm not saying be a jerk, but I'm saying get there. Because we need a whole lot less of 33-year-old white guys who like to talk at that table, and a whole lot more of you. See, we adults messed up. We wouldn't be where we're at now in this district if we didn't mess up. You're not going to do worse than we did. So what I'm saying, folks, is get your butts to the table and raise your voice, because your shine is much brighter than you ever knew. There's one more quote I want to leave you with. It's when I take my daughter to Riverview Park on the north side of Pittsburgh, which will be soon, Beck, I promise, right? When I take her to the park, there's this quote when you're entering, and it's in the pavement, and it always makes me kind of pause, and I didn't know why. I think because of each of you. It says this: I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. I get a little smile on my face when I read that quote, folks. I can't lie to you. Night exists, darkness exists, and it will continue to exist, right? But I've met the stars, and I think based on this crowd that some of you have met the stars, right? And I'm just telling you, there is no reason for us to be fearful of the night with stars like this. Peace to you all. Good luck. You know where to reach me, and shine on, folks.
You have just had a smidgen of the power of Bull. I knew he could not leave the stage without jumping the desk. Are you going to do it? Oh. I had the pleasure one time of teaching after Jason the class, so they went to him for English and came to me for reading. And they came into class all excited, claiming that he had jumped over a desk. I said, no, he didn't. They said, yeah, he did. Are you going to do it? And I went, no, I'm not. So later on the day, I asked him, I said, did you really jump the desk? And he goes, maybe. And it continued. He did it for that class. I can't remember which class it was. May have been this one, quite often. And it grabbed their attention as he grabbed ours tonight. So I know this word is not powerful enough to thank him, but I'm going to say it. Thank you, Mr. Bowe. I'm going to ask Superintendent Frumbaugh, the Board President Ed Donovan, and Principal Sean Johnson to prepare to present the diplomas.
Actually, because we never get to do this again, I'm going to ask the full board to also